Hello guys, it's your boy Yeet and Delete here, bringing back the finale of Monster Energy AMA Supercross at Sam Boyd Stadium. Good lord. Um, yeah, I found out my Joy-Cons, they ain't charging. That, right one over there, that's not charging. So I'm having to use the Pro Controller for this last race. This is the only race I did with the Pro Controller on this season mode. And it did not, and it seemed as if I was still making the same mistakes, so, oh well. Without further ado, let's begin this finale. Really didn't know what I was doing there. Yeah, just kind of avoiding all the carnage, staying in one lane. Because I remember this section was fun. This just flat out section right here. Then you have to slow it down. Heavy on the brakes. I catch up way too much air. Because you don't want to spend time in the air doing that section. Because look at that, all that. I just passed everyone just for them to fly by me. Yeah. First lap, eating it, so. This race is important because if I finish too low, I'll lose second place and finish third place in the standings. So it was more about, now my main objective was Ken Rosnick. I wasn't worried about Dungey at all. He could finish second for all I care. He already clinched the championship, so I just wanted to at least keep within a position from Ken Rosnick. That way it's, oh, he only gains 2 points on me, or 3 points at worst. If he finished first, I finished second. But yeah, this race is about that championship, not the championship battle, that's already gone, but for second place. And there we go, one lap in, and I wrecked it twice. Not good. I'm last place right now, so this isn't good. I'm battling with Scrubs, a Kawasaki, and I forgot who that was. KTM? I don't know, but it'll show in the results. All I gotta say is I'm proud of us Suzuki's. We didn't even get last. We weren't the slowest manufacturers today. Man, that was a weird way of holding my phone. Yeah. Hopefully I just decide to buy a tripod and actually do a different season or different game. And not have, my phone do all the recording pieces. It just looks goofy going into the replay mode and having to figure this out. Yeah, see, I'm still very not good at the track. I overshot the corner right there. Again, seemed like I'm not focusing at all. Seems as if I'm not focusing. I'm trying not to use that whole word too much, because my buddy, he says it so much, and I even told him, I said, dude, you say that so much. You're like, yeah, there we go again at a Valley Girl. I remember my dad gave me crap for that one. So, yeah. I don't know what I did there. I was getting a little skittish. I didn't know where to brake. Panic braking. But yeah, this is a good chunk of the race right here. Just sitting with Cole Seeley back here. That sounded rough. I just go through different cameras and you hear current clanking metal. Now this is just a battle of the plebs right here. What is that? 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th? And Nicole Seeley just absolutely gets it. Just crunch, crunch, crunch. You don't even see anything, you just hear crunch. Yeah, I think this Monster Alley? I don't know. And then I just become a pleb. I just doesn't know where to pan, and then the next thing you see is just me sideways. So yeah, this one's a little rough to, I guess, watch. I don't know. I guess just those sections. Because you can barely see what's going on. The camera angles in this racetrack are so bad. I think I'll keep it on this one. This far one. You know, I got feedback that people didn't like the GoPro Vision. I mean, I used it for an entire race, and I thought it was pretty cool. You know, you see the shaky stuff, but, you know, the game doesn't portray it correctly. You know, it looks like you see, like, you'll see the rider clipping through the handlebars. How many times did I say that word? What, 3 times I think I count myself? Yeah. Yeah. I know it's funny how, I mean, I guess I don't know how to say that properly either. It's weird how I'll go 2 months without recording a thing, and then the next thing you'll get 3 videos out of me in 4 days. Because I started actually getting into, you know, really getting back into it. Because for a while I was just burned out and I just didn't want to play this game for a while. But I guess I hit that sweet spot. And then the last video got, what, 16 views, which is awesome. That's probably one of the highest views that's one of the highest views I got so far on a video. So I guess that was a good reason to keep posting them saying, hey, stir the fire while it's hot, or stir the coals while they're hot. In some of my videos, just no views until one of my friends just watches it for 5 seconds. Right there, Cole Seeley. I didn't even know that I took him out until I saw the tire right in front of me. And I didn't even know I made contact with him. Usually in a lot of racing games, I feel bad for whenever I take out an AI because, one, it does damage to your vehicle, and two, it's just not how a lot of people like to play. That's not how I want to play these games. But here, if they crash, well, their position was already set in stone pretty much, so I don't feel too bad when I take someone out because there's no DNFs, there's no really position geographic, like, there's no big difference. If I could take Ryan Dungey and crash him about 5 times and he'll still finish first or second. Because this race is long enough to where the AI will sort themselves out. Because I'll get around them eventually and they'll sort themselves out. Right around here, Malcolm Stewart's up in 6th place, and I'm thinking, right here, I said, Malcolm Stewart mid-pack? Holy buckets! And then, you know, race goes on, and you'll see in the standings that, yeah, without me being there, they went back to their ratings, their regular positions. So my impact on them is nothing, because I won't, as long as I don't just tag along with them the whole race and do that, because that's 20 minutes, you know. Once I get by them, no issue. Oh, that was Webb. Yeah, see, is this Stewart right here? Yeah, no, that was Webb. I don't know. This lighting on my phone is atrocious. I think that was Webb. And that's Marvin. So I must have already passed Malcolm Stewart. But I think his dad, James Stewart, because they share the same last name. So they're both from motocross. Yeah. But James Stewart was phenomenally talented. I mean, I didn't watch much, but I remember one of my first motocross races that I just watched on TV while my dad and I were just talking and stuff. We watched, like, what, the last laps of I don't know what track it was, but he actually won the race, and my dad said, Stewart! It's the wrong color, but it's a Stewart. My dad's favorite driver was Tony Stewart. So, yeah. So, yeah, that's probably why my dad thought that was cool, that, you know, Stewart was in motocross and in NASCAR. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I was nervous as heck when I first started this race. When I was all the way in the back for 5 minutes, I always feel uncomfortable when I'm doing that because I'm thinking, man, this is gonna be one of those. Because it has happened. I have had this terrible races, Daytona, Rogers Center, really just two terrible races right there. That pretty much killed the. Because they're right in the middle of the pack where you just really need to keep the momentum going. It's rare to see me finish second or third. It's usually first, off the podium. That's how it is. Just, last video. I wasn't even on the podium. I even had the win. But I choked. It's usually I'm first place, close to podium, or just off the podium. It's rare to see me finish second or third. But, yeah. See, that section right there, I have to learn that section a lot better. Well, every track I have to learn a lot better because one, tuning the bike is important as well. That's one thing that's very important. But as I said, I'm just an amateur. This is just a hobby for me. I'm not getting real deep and technical into these games, and plus, I mean, the tuning I did it at Rogers Center because I was last place without any tuning, so I knew how to tune the bike briefly. What is it? Turning versus angle of going into the corner. So high, gear ratio, which is low, medium, or high, not, actually numbers. So the tuning in this game is very basic, but that may encourage me to actually start tuning the bike piece. It's basically -5 to 0 to +5. So you can only go back 5 intervals on these things. So you probably will use, if you do the practice, you just use that for your tuning, and then qualifying you just run out there, do more tuning, and by the race you have a finely tuned machine. But that's if you want to go into, the hard or professional difficulties. Here I'm happy with my medium difficulty. Just I make a lot of mistakes anyways, and it just gives me, I see this as more of a, can I catch up to the leaders within 20 minutes after being absolutely terrible for the first 10 minutes of the race. This isn't really a 10-minute race, but with a 10-minute practice session to begin with it. Because I'm starting to hit lines better. I'm starting to actually feel the track a lot better. But even after, 20 minutes, I'm still showing signs of inexperience. Right there, that was a terrible line. And yes, the way I watch the race is I literally just look at the phone and see. So basically, I'm getting a preview of exactly what you guys are saying, because I'm not looking over my phone or under my phone. I'm looking straight at my phone. That way I know. I mean, that's how all recordings, if you're using your phone, you look through the phone, right? So you know what you're getting. That's plain and simple enough to explain. I don't know why I went on explanatory of that, but oh well. Camera shake. And I think I said this before. If not, that's a real bad dream, because the way I formatted this was inspired by another YouTuber called Average Guy Gaming. He did the exact same thing. Well, not exact, because it was season mode. It wasn't season mode. Oh, I already am battling for first place here. I didn't even pay attention. Oh yeah, that's right, because Rosnick fell and I overtook Dungy, right? Yeah, and I forgot to mention that. Well, I saw it, but I didn't say anything about it. But yeah, he did a career race on Motocross Free, and he did skip to the main event, 20-minute races, and that's why I figured, oh, that's a good idea. Well, plus I did that before off camera as well, because I did like the 20-minute race. It doesn't feel too long, and it gives me enough time to where I'm not way ahead, and bored that I have to do this for another 15 minutes, but I'm also not so far behind and discouraged. It's, I got time to catch up in case mistakes occur, or and plus it's nice to, I would rather finish third place after a 20-minute race, be like, well, that's probably all I can muster, than third place in a 10-minute or 5-minute race, because, what if I had a longer race, could I have done anything more? So, yeah. That's why I'm doing these 20-minute races. And plus, I didn't know I would be. Now, if I knew I was going to do this way race, then record, I probably would have done a 10-minute race. But seeing how the season went, I needed those first 10 minutes to actually learn the track to a understanding level to where I can run somewhat good lines and not overshoot corners and crash a lot. So it's usually about 13 minutes in. The last 5 minutes I'm really competitive and right there with the leaders. Yeah, see, that's rare to do on a Suzuki right there. Dive bomb, go under someone. That's more of a KTM maneuver piece. I said this before in my last video. I have to take the corners broad because the Suzuki doesn't hold momentum very well. It bogs down real quick. See, that's what I should have been doing that entire time over that jump. Just get on the brakes, get on the ground as soon as possible, then just floor it, lean forward. The AI always catch me, but then right around here they start braking already. And I did a little, it felt like that was little early, but at the same time, not too shabby. Probably one of the cleaner ways through that small, broad corner. But yeah, out of every track that I've played, I really like the St. Lucas Stadium in Indianapolis the best. That one was just so fun. Even though that was my first race that I severely choked, that was my biggest race that I choked away. I still really enjoyed that track. It was so fun, big air. Just it's flowed very nicely, even using a Suzuki. It really felt, when those, it felt like the difficulty on that track was just easy because I was able to do it no problem. I understood the lining really well. There wasn't much throttle input you had to worry about. A little too much air time there, but it seemed as if that was just naturally flowing, let off just before your rear tire leaves the ground, get on the throttle as soon as you hit the ground again. It really felt, oh my gosh. When I did that, I said it was a matter of time I did that again. But yeah, those tough locks just absolutely will get you if you're not careful. And another thing that I said while I was playing this game does not penalize you for landing. As the only time you crash if you land is if you land on, endo it after you land. But a landing will not take you down. You can literally land on a tough block and beach the bike and you won't crash. So, just in ATV Alpha Fury, if you went up too high and landed on all four wheels, you still may even fly off the bike. Big example was Red Rocks. That had two very big drops, and if you preloaded and you didn't land properly at all, if you even preloaded and got and went too far, you would just land on all fours, but you still get the crash animation. Here, you can land dead center on a tough block, belly out the bike, or beach it, bottom out the bike, and you won't wreck. The only time you get taken out, see right there, that was a bad landing. That was a harsh landing. That should have been, you flew off the bike, but no. Front end crunched in before the rear end. You probably didn't realize that probably would have broke your front suspension and your tire would have been, sideways bent. So you bend a rim. But that's one thing. Well, this is the first game that they made, so I'm pretty sure their physics got better. But what's really weird is there's no DNFs in this game. That would have been cool if there was bike breakdowns where if you crash 5 times in a race, your bike's damaged enough to where you can't get it repaired. Just something like that. Something. Peace Score Bodger 1000 did that where if you kept crashing, it'll tell you vehicle critical damage, or and sparks would be flying out of your vehicle no matter if it was a dirt bike or not tough truck but trophy truck. Yeah. And if you crash one more time, you'll get that crash animation, but you won't respawn. It'll just show you're wrecked out of the race, and it would be cool. Same thing with older MotoGP races, MotoGP 2 for PS2 made by Namco. I don't know, but they did it where it wouldn't tell you how many times you could crash. On the higher difficulties, there was DNFs, and I think the magic number was 5 or 6. Yeah, that was bad. I thought I choked that one over when I did that. I got panicky. I frantically backed up just enough just to scooch by. But yeah, that one, if you crashed enough times, it would just show in black letters, retired. Not even retired, just retire, as if your crew chief's telling you you're done for the race. And it would quickly go to results menu and you would lose that. I remember I did a full race on that. On the third to last lap, I ended up retiring because I crashed too many times. And that was, that was the race. Oh, I should have done it later because you see my body fly. But yeah, that's the race. The final checkered flag of the night is played, ending the 450 main event. Let's take a look at the results to see where your favorite rider crossed the line. Yeah, see, it was Kawasaki and Husqvarna. Okay, that's cool. See, our lowest was 10th, but Malcolm Stewart was up to 6th at one point. As soon as I left him in the dust, and he dropped back to 9th. So, oh well, you do what you gotta do. I got win, I secure 2nd. So yeah, I got 25 points. I get 9 points over Ken Rosnick. So yeah, I won the race, but I didn't win the championship. What a shame. Just, winning battles but not the war kind of situation. Just wasn't there. Not enough. Yeah, pretty much 356 points. 310 points I had on him. Okay. So, top 5 got 300 points at least. And then you can really see a drop off from 5th, 6th, 7th. And then 8th was the guys that did not make it all the way through to every single event. So, let's scroll on down here. 2 guys. Wow, a lot of people actually. See here. Yeah, Mike and Alessi only got 1 race in, and he got 2 races in it. It seems 18 points, and then 24 from back. No, none of them made it. So we had a mixed bag of guys. So out of the 41 riders, 23 of them scored points at least. So yeah, 356 points out of 17 races, not bad. 386 races out of that. That's 386 points. That's almost a perfect season, I think. Yeah, see? We did it, boys. We made the podium. We won the race. Championship position, so we got $173,000. Not bad. That's going to help the prestige a lot. Wow, I already get to change emblems already. Nice. This last video, I forgot to change the emblem before logging off, but I'll probably do that right as soon as I see all these prestige. Because it climbs up so slowly now. But that's nice. It gives you what you're going to go up to so you know what the bar is going to do. So I get to go from best bronze to lowest silver, which is still better. And there we go. Oh. Oh. There it goes. New butt patch. Oh, never mind. Bronze X. And then we got a lot of prestige liveries. Yay. Look at all those. Holy shoot. Dang. Thanks for coming along to this journey. This is Yeet and Delete. Signing out. Stay fresh, cheese bags.